the floor for you to ask. I believe Dr. Stephen is still around, and yes, he is very much around. They can answer some questions as it relates to this didactic equipment. So if you want to ask any question, feel free to ask. Thank you. Mr. Ayodele, are you with us? Aruge Ayodele. Dr. Steve?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm still with you until the end.
Yes, you can ask the participants if they have any question for you.
Sure. Any questions that anyone would like to discuss from all the wonderful presentations that we've had today?
Okay, great. Mr. Aruge Ayodele, the General Manager, Nbte Center of Excellence, and the Nbte Univoc Coordinator, any contribution for today's event?
So one question I see is there any advisors for TVET organizations around the world? That is a very good question, because when you start to look at changing your education system, and particularly using new technologies, getting good advice is very important. And there are the UN organizations, there's UNESCO, there's Univoc as well as like that. They will bring a certain competence with them too as well. I think also that I've seen it recently, especially over the last 2 years since the pandemic, that a number of governments are setting up advisory councils. You saw our friend, Mr. Mukhtar from Pakistan, who show pictures of some of their advisory councils in Pakistan. In fact, I've given some advice to the councils in Pakistan. Oman is also setting them up, and other countries are setting up advisory panels. And so I would suggest that's a good thing to do. And get international opinions, get people from various places in the world. I sit on a few councils myself. A good place to contact with is World IDAC or Iveta. You know, there are many experts within both of those organizations. A number of people here at this event are either from one of those organizations. Some are with both. And they can often help contribute advice to the dialogue of what would be the next steps? Where would your country need to go? And this is really a piece asked.
Yes, I'm with you, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for your input since when this program started. And my assignment here is very, very simple. If you agree with me, it is just to give the vote of thanks and to make concluding statements. Actually, infrastructural development, as has been highlighted from various participants, is what the country is yearning for at this particular period, and to actually bridge the gap is the purpose for this workshop. And the purpose of this workshop, I want to believe it has been achieved out of so many, is to improve and advance TVET at all levels to address the skill gap and infrastructural development in Nigeria through strategic global partnership. And it was also designed to educate TVET administrators and experts on mechanism and for improving TVET infrastructure and equipment through international funding. It's also to address and to foster collaboration among TVET professional, industry, government, and international agency. If you believe and agree with me, this objective were actually achieved in this short time that the workshop lasted. I want to particularly thank our executive secretary who midwife the organization of this particular workshop, Professor Idris Bugajet. And from his paper, we can see that there are a lot of skill gaps that have been identified. And after this workshop, all the stakeholders will come together to see how we can begin to bridge this gap. It is very, very evident, and everybody now open its eyes that what Nigeria needs now is skill and not your certificate and not degree. So all hands must be on deck. It is what your head can think, it is what your hand can do that can actually move this country forward, not the type of certificate that you claim to have gotten. Mr. Surumu, there is no way, Suremu Igbaracha, there is no way I can thank you enough because you have been so much on my neck to make sure that this workshop come to stay. I want to thank you for your cooperation, for your endurance, and all the things that you have put together to organize this workshop. I want to thank also Professor Osenem, Dr. Jonathan, Dr. Nada. I want to equally thank Mr. Ranti Jasper. Your contribution has been so much, of immense advantage to this workshop. Otanio, Miriam, Bonilla, I thank you. I thank Ashund Agota, Professor Muhammad, Roland, George Ibrahim, Jonathan Ledger, Professor Vitali, Donald Homan, all of you that have contributed in one way or the other to see to the success of this workshop, I thank you so immensely. All the report will be collated by Nbte and Iveta, and it will be shared accordingly with TVET institution and TVET player. All the stakeholders will have their own input into how to improve infrastructural development in Nigeria. I want to thank you once again for your patience. I thank my staff at Nbte and my colleague at Nbte and my staff at the Nbte Center of Excellence for all your support and cooperation to make this workshop a success, and it has been so successful. I return all glory to the Almighty for this. Thank you very much, and thank you, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for participating in this program. And I want to encourage everyone that this is just the beginning of the engagement. Iveta Eastern and Western Africa will continue to engage TVET stakeholders and TVET solutions provider to help address these key gaps and to enable us to prepare for the future, to prepare graduates for future jobs. There's the need for us to prepare our graduates for future jobs. What the industry will be needing in the next 4, 2, 3, 5 years, we should think of that. We need to do some need assessments, and there must be linkage between the TVET institutions and this industry. We have produced so many accountants, welders, and the rest. Now we need to produce people that will work in our future industry, like in the renewable energy. If we must embrace renewable energy, who are these people that will actually practice these skills? So we need to reskill, or we need to upskill our TVET experts, our TVET teachers, so that we can produce skills for the present day job, not producing accountants whereby we don't have any vacancies for maybe accountant. So we need to ask this industry, what do you want? What are the types of graduates you want in 2 years' time? Do you want electricians? Do you want welders with ICT skills? You need to ask this industry. So we are not going to produce graduates that will not be employable, because they say our graduates are not employable. Actually, the truth is that the Nigerian graduates are employable, but the TVET institution produce what the industry does not need. Because if the industry, for example, they need drivers, professional drivers, the TVET institutions are supposed to produce drivers for this industry. If they need welders with ICT skills, that type of welders are the type of welders these institutions are supposed to produce. And if they need maybe rice farmers that have knowledge of using drone or using hybrid technology to improve farming, such type of farmers are the ones our TVET institutions supposed to produce. So how do we do this? There is need for these TVET institutions, businessmen, industries, international organizations to come together. Then we identify these future needs, what the industry will be needing in the near future, so that we can actually address these skill gaps. Thank you very much for participating in this event. I thank you so much. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Ayodele.
Yes, I'm with you, please. Thank you very much for
unmute themselves. Every participant can unmute.
So that we talk now and talk freely. But so many people are leaving the meeting. We have 65 left from over 150. Thank you very much, Serimu. You have succeeded in organizing this meeting. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will discuss with you.
This program has been a success.
We thank God. Thank you very much.
Coordinators and the participants.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Can any of my staff make any?
Thank you very much. This is from Iveta.
Oh, mommy.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. My ever smiling mommy.
Thank you from Ekiti.
Very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
My powerful rector. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
It's not long.
Ayo.
Yes, sir.
We have not acknowledged the zonal offices.
Oh, all the zonal offices, you are acknowledged for your support and your encouragement.
Thank you very much.
Lagos, I thank you from Auchi, from Enugu, Bauchi, and Nasarawa, and Katsina. You are doing well.
You have not mentioned Lagos, so.
I know I can mention, I don't want to mention, but sorry.
I have not mentioned Kano.
Federal Polytechnic in Laro.
Oh, Federal Polytechnic.
Yes. Started and we are still here.
Tomorrow. By God grace. No, you are free to talk now, John.
I think we can formally close the meeting.
Okay, we can close. If you want to exit, you exit too.
Please, I think it's good to formally close the meeting. Thank you.
Let us close the meeting. Suremu Baraja, please.